Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a September reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm changing things up a little bit, okay? I had an amazing energy healing on Saturday with a lady named Gabby. If you're interested, let me know in the description or the comments below, and I'll pass on her details because it was incredible. As such, I did half the readings for September, and it was just too much. It's changed my tuning in abilities, and I was getting so much information, it was becoming a bit too convoluted. So that's why I'm changing things up and I'm redoing them all. So yes, and also apologies for not being around for the weekly readings. I have been inundated with work, and I needed to finish off my book, which I've been working on for 2 years. It's called A Guide to Spiritual Awakening and Vocal Channeling. So that's currently now being proofread, so I just needed to kind of keep my head down and get that done because I was right at the end, the final stretch, you know. So anyway, we are going to tune in with the sound bar for one ping, just to cleanse the space, tune into the energy. You can join me if you like. I'm going to take a breath in and out, okay? So, Virgo, deep breath in. And exhale. Spirit guides and please protect me during this reading. Please help us get clear guidance and advice, foresight for our highest good. Okay, Virgo, let us see what's coming up for you. I'm keeping it very simple. Okay, what does Virgo need to know, please? For September 2023, for their highest good. What does Virgo need to know, please? Very nice. You have the Hierophant, Virgo. Now, this is my deck, so obviously I painted this, and I'm a Taurus, which is the Hierophant card. But I chose to depict it in the form of channeling. Now, the Hierophant typically talks about rules, regulations, valuing systems, structures, organizations, or being the transmitter of information from your higher self, okay? That's traditionally speaking. Let me see what I get. Your throat chakra is really opening up for you this month, Virgo. So it feels to me, I can show you this a bit more if you like. So for me this month, Virgo, it is all about truth. It is all about speaking your truth. And it's all about understanding different people's perspectives. It's weird. What am I getting? I feel like as you are in a cycle, part of the cycle of September is the number 5. Now the number 5 talks about feeling like there are obstacles and challenges to overcome. But 5 is also talking about change, where something feels a little bit just before things become balanced with the number 6, right? So I feel like a lot of this month, you may be inundated with a lot of other people's energies. I feel like you're going to be like that. People like coming to you like moths to a flame. And each one that comes at you, they can have a different flavor, a different color. They are seeking advice from you, Virgo, and or they're wanting you to fix their problems. It does feel to me like there may be almost a current of energy that comes on this month, where people may be passing the blame on you and expecting you to take it. Okay, I feel like for a good portion of the month you may continue to do that. But as you move through the month, the change that occurs within you is you're allowing that to just kind of be more for you. Like you're not sucking it in anymore. You're not absorbing it anymore. Okay, you're rising above it. So we've got this energy. Let me just get. So this is going to be quite apparent in your relationships, more specifically than anything else. Okay. Yes, there's an element here of an organization that may also want to pass the blame at you. It could be as simple as you trying to rectify a phone bill because they charged you too much, and they try and put it to you that, oh no, it was your fault, or you know, they're kind of not what's the word, it feels like it always feels like this month nobody is accepting responsibility. All right, so there is going to be an element of that, but I'm feeling also that you are, everyone's coming at you. We're talking about your circle of friends, your work colleagues, and your family, and if you have a romantic partner. They're all attracted to you, Virgo. I think maybe because previously you were carrying the load for other people, okay? And they have maybe grown used to that, and they want to offload more on you, okay? And I feel like you're rising high, but it's not like a situation whereby it gets to the point, this is what it isn't, right? It's not going to be a situation where you get to a point and people start putting the blame on you or getting you to sort of carry the heavy load, and then you kind of go, no, I've had enough. No, I feel like there's this beautiful, gentle, spiritual shift that elevates you somehow. And it's like beforehand you might have said, okay, well, I'll help you with that, or don't you worry about that, I will sort it out, or that would maybe what you would normally do, but this time around instead they may be coming at you, and you shift into this almost like this I don't want to say guru, but almost like the sounding board, and you simply are listening, but you are not offering to take on the responsibility anymore. And that has a shake up within them. And I don't feel like you even, I mean, you may be, after watching this, be in awareness of it, but I feel like it might even take you by surprise. You're no longer offering to service other people, to fix other people. And so when people come at you with the same things, you are being a good listener, calm and collected. And if they ask you a question, if you don't give anything back, you know, the answer to all there is, or you know, saying that you're going to sort something out for them, I feel like it might put them a little bit out of alignment, to the degree where they may say, well, but Virgo, what should I do? Or like, what would you do? And then I think it may be more of a reflective energy back at them, and they may be more aligned to say, well, what do you think you should do? So we do have this big shift that's taking place within you, where you are starting to recognize, and it's weird, it kind of happens without you even aware of it. It's like it's a slow, gradual shift into that energy. And what that means is it starts to reflect back at them. So you've now entered this beautiful kind of Hierophant state where you're connected to your higher self, you're connected to the divine, right? And I think because you're getting a lot of downloads, a lot of light activations happening within your cellular being, okay? And it's just like opening up all your chakras, and you're just like beaming quite bright, which is why even more people are coming at you, right? But you're understanding things in many different perspectives as well. So when we think of consciousness, consciousness is also the bandwidth of our perspective, okay? If we like old-fashioned or old limited beliefs, it's got to be this way or no way, right? This way or the highway. As we move into consciousness, the gate widens. And when we see it from multiple perspectives, our own perspective, their perspective, people around them, higher perspective, all of your bandwidth of perspective grows. And as it does so, you recognize that it's kind of not your place to be either taking the load or even telling anyone what to do. It feels like you're treating it more with curiosity and fascination, which is really, really, really nice. It's like you're kind of going, okay, and you're listening to people. Now, as it relates to matters of the heart, so these are people around you. They really are like swarming towards you. Matters of the heart, I feel, so these are people around you, but if there is, so you're not taking responsibility for other people anymore this month. It's certainly not as much as you used to, right? But if you have a very close connection, a close bond, a close love connection that is coming at you, who's also, there's been a dynamic where it might have been out of alignment a little bit, you know, maybe miscommunications that you've been experiencing recently, that is also going to shift. And what's happening with you, because that throat chakra is really beaming out at me, you're finding your voice again. And you're finding your voice not only because your heightened perspective and your activations, but you're recognizing that your voice is, your perspective is eloquent. Your voice is eloquent, your perspective is elegant, okay? And there is no longer the need to beat around the bush, no longer the need excuse me, right? No longer the need to try and make someone else feel better. And it's not that it's done in an uncompassionate way. This is very compassionate, but now you are recognizing more compassion within your own voice, okay? So it feels to me that there's going to be a shift in dynamics between you and a very close person, right? We're talking about one person now, right? Where it's going to be quite strong. And where there has been a bit of miscommunication in the past and mixed wires, we are Mercury retrograde, so you know this really is a time when kind of information goes crazy. But I feel like that's not really affecting you this month, because it might be affecting everybody else, but I feel like your voice is you are trusting in your voice more, which is very nice. And when we talk about voice, we're talking about, yes, of course, if you use your voice for your work, okay, so say for example if you're a public speaker, if you are a singer, if you chant, whatever, you know, we're talking about if you've had troubles, throat issues or throat chakras, that's going to be cleared out, okay? But also in terms of your communication. So your voice becomes really, really, really powerful this month. Particularly because you're not using it as much, or particularly because there is a more compassionate intention behind it about encompassing multiple perspectives, meaning that your words are going to be very wise, but very driven with, I would say, profundity, okay? The things you're going to be saying are very profound. And so you are no longer, and within that, what happens is your voice takes on a certain authority, okay? People stop and listen, okay? And I feel like it's because you're saying less, because normally people would come at you and they give you all their problems, right? And now, you know, Virgo, you need to fix them all, right? And you're like, okay, I'll fix them all because I love to do that, because I'm a nurturing soul and I love to look after people. Yeah. I'm not saying don't be a parent if you've got children. I'm not saying that. But even in a child-parent dynamic, it's going to be softer, more present, more considered, and you'll be asking the child, okay, but what do you think? What do you think? And it's not like you are testing them. There is a beautiful, innocent sense of curiosity that comes from you, which actually invokes and invites other people around you to speak their truth, okay? Speak their mind. Because it's not like you kind of go, what do you think? It's more like, okay, but what do you think? And you're interested, you really want to know. And then they have that moment, that opportunity to figure it out for themselves, right? And as they do so, they could be speaking back at you and working it out as they're saying it. And you could be like, you're absorbing this information, because the Hierophant is like higher learning as well. It's like you are actually learning off people. So it's a really interesting month because super spiritual, right? But even in the workplace, even if you've got this like 9 to 5 office job and you've got loads of stuff happening and you sort of, you've slowed down, you're a lot more focused, and loads of things are happening around you, because it does feel like that, right? You're like the needle, you're like the eye of the storm this month. When people are in your presence this month, right? This is the biggest thing that's coming up. When people are in your presence this month, they are going to have their own aha moments, because you've created space for them, you've created a platform for them to communicate, okay? So throat chakra, voice chakra, very, very important, particularly if you've had some scratchy throats. Anything you can do just to like look after this area for yourself this month is going to be extremely powerful, okay? So what that means is that you are making the most of the energies, right? In terms of your communication, your emails, your text messages, your Instagram posts, whatever that is, it's going to have the same flavor. Again, I would say that if you're having to write anything that is going to be a public post, if you're having to write or communicate any written ways, I think a very beneficial thing for you to do is, when you do write it, before you post it or send it, I would say read it out loud through your voice, nice and slow, because that will immediately highlight any words that are unnecessary, any repetition, any anything that muddies up the purity of what the words are, okay? So for some of you, you may be doing a big presentation this month, and if you do, wow, it's going to be extremely beneficial for you. I would say as well that if you are pitching anything in the workplace, I do feel like you're going to get the green light, okay? It may come with a caveat, is that the word? It may come with, so say for example, you're pitching something, you're pitching a project, you've got a contract that you want to do, you're negotiating, da da da, lovely, lovely, lovely. I feel like you'll get it, but they may ask you for something else as well, okay? And the reason I'm picking up on that is because it feels like that exchange of communication that takes place, or that document that they've read, inspires them to a different field, and they recognize a certain talent that you have in something that you didn't realize that you had, and they want to jump on that bandwagon. They want they recognize the skill, and they want to add to that. They want to monopolize on it, basically. They want to take advantage of it. And it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So I would say if you're presenting anything and waiting, so even in like your interview situations, it looks extremely positive. If you are going to, if you are sort of putting your CV out there at the moment and looking for work, there may be 3 options that come up. Again, if you maintain your position, your presence throughout, it does feel like make sure that you have the choice, because it feels like you might get more than one offer come on in. So choose the one, I would say, that gets you further to where you want to go, right? Something that has growing potential, okay? So with growing potential, it is about looking at something that has a little bit more freedom attached, room for growth, okay? That's not so dogmatic or not so structured and in a box. The idea here is you are really expanding this month, and you want everything else to join you on that vibration. So huge expansion, huge growth. By the end of the month, I do feel you are going to be a lot more, have this like air about you of being really kind of confident and secure within yourself, and you'll notice by the end of the month that people are treating you slightly differently. They're no longer offloading as much on you. They've noticed the shift in you. So it's really powerful. It's really good. Virgo, wow. Okay, let us see. We'll grab an oracle card and see what Spirit has to say as some advice. Okay, what does Virgo need to know, please, for September, for their highest good? What did I say? Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Okay, so Virgo, you really are being uplifted here. Both these cards talk about upliftment and activations and rising high. Okay, so this is an incredibly spiritual month for you, but it is you're waking up to the power of your voice, written or spoken. You are waking up to that, and it's because you've been getting these activations, but it changes the game for you big time. It's this huge growth that's taking place. So it's amazing, Virgo. Anyway, so I am a vocal channeler as well. So I've been doing that for about 3 years. I connect with the 7th density collective of 12 called Anukasanja. So just to mix things up, I'm going to see if they have a message for you. If you are weirded out or freaked out by this sort of thing, then switch off now. For the rest of you who are curious, stay tuned. Pardon the pun. What happens is I will close my eyes, take a few breaths, and then speak. It will be a strange, unusual accent, and the way they speak is also unusual, and I have no idea what will come out. Okay, so it's fun for both of us. So let's see. All colors work within your now, Virgo, in your light. Enliven within you. Animate within you. Yes? So, you think now, okay, so I am just going to speak a lot this month. Yes. No. What we see within you is you are going to be more animated within your projections. So when we say this, yes, Robyn talked about vocal qualities, but what we see within you is more animated in the sense that you are reaching further and wider afield to what you prefer to collect into your life. So within this, you are working with many frameworks of identity and reality within your life path. Okay, so you are learning new measures to formulate ideas in yourself and in your constructs of the mind. And when you look within many flavors of this, you are exercising more room to animate your soul. Yes? Now, the soul enjoys working with many volumes, not just one or two, but many. There is more available to connect with. And what this month brings for you is the ability to color your palette in more shades than you had before. Okay, so in this light, what is happening for you is you are learning more painting. Yes, more light, more color, and you experience different works of light. Yes, now when we say works of light, light is illumination of vibration. Yes, so you are going to be accessing information of many volumes that maybe you did not see before. Yes, now within doing this, you animate your soul, and in animating your soul, you bring more to life. You bring more to harmony and more value to your connecting systems. So your connecting systems is what bridges your heart to your mind and to your soul. And within this, you evaluate different measures to communicate and to excite yourself more. Yes? So this is working with the more values of your light. And as you find new ways of harnessing information to this realm, you are valuing love in your color. Yes? So your color is where you emanate your soul. Yes? And this is working to connect within your heart and in your chakras. Yes? This way combines within you and your virtues of living. So you will find new ways to appreciate your light this month, and we welcome our light within you also. This is where we find love. So your light is our light. We are within you. We support your love, and your mind is well. Yes? Okay. All of us love within you. Okay, so I hope that made sense for you, Virgo. I hope it helped. I wish you all the best for the month, and I'll see you next time. Take care.